Imagine two people standing in the same grocery line, both buying the same food, both living in the same city, yet paying very different prices for the exact same life. One swipes a debit card and walks away. The other pays late fees on last month's bill, interest on a credit balance, and a higher rate on a car loan that was approved under pressure. On the surface, their incomes may not look dramatically different, but beneath that surface, the cost structure of their lives operates on entirely different rules. This is the quiet reality behind a simple phrase. Being broke is expensive. The core concept is not about income alone, but about flexibility. When cash reserves are thin, every unexpected expense forces a reactive decision. A small emergency becomes a financing event, and financing events introduce interest, penalties, and unfavorable terms. Behavioral economics shows that scarcity narrows attention, reducing long-term planning and increasing short-term trade-offs. Under financial stress, people prioritize immediacy over optimization, which is understandable, yet mathematically costly over time. Consider a straightforward example. A $1,000 car repair paid in cash costs $1,000. The same repair placed on a credit card at 20% annual interest and carried for a year effectively costs $1,200. If only minimum payments are made, the total cost climbs further. Now multiply this pattern across appliances, medical bills, or rent paid late with penalties attached. The price of the original item becomes secondary to the cost of accessing money without buffer. Even everyday services reflect this dynamic. Without strong credit, insurance premiums rise. Without savings, bulk discounts disappear. Without liquidity, time itself becomes expensive because urgent decisions rarely produce optimal terms. Zooming out, this pattern compounds across decades. Households with limited reserves often rely on higher interest borrowing, while households with surplus capital earn interest instead of paying it. The system quietly transfers money from those who need flexibility most to those who already have it. Historically, this mechanism has existed in different forms, from company store credit in industrial towns to modern revolving debt structures. The structure changes, but the underlying math remains consistent. Constrained cash flow increases long-term cost. Understanding this does not require judgment or dramatic conclusions. It simply reveals that financial stability functions like insulation. A modest emergency fund reduces reliance on expensive credit. A small margin lowers stress, which improves decision quality. Over time, fewer reactive decisions mean fewer compounding penalties. The shift is less about chasing higher returns and more about reducing friction within the system. When flexibility increases, the same dollar stretches further, and the cost of simply existing begins to decline.